What's going on, guys? It is Steele from FLC, and today we are taking a look at our beautiful 2008 Ferrari 430 Spider right here. And this car is a very special example. And at the time of recording this video, it is actually the lowest mileage 430 Spider I have seen for sale in the entire country publicly right now. And this example right here is finished in an iconic color combination of Rosso Corsa over the Coyo interior. This car has a lot of options, having a sticker price of over $305,000, meaning this car is about $70,000 in options. And let's start off though on the wheel section, because these are the polished challenge wheels, which give this car an absolutely beautiful exterior presence. We have the Giallo painted brake calipers on them. That was an option for just about $1,000. And you may look at the fender well right here, and you may notice we have the Scuderia issue right here on both of the front fenders. That was just about a $1,500 option. But if you follow me to the rear of the car, you guys are going to see three very pivotal options, and they are all carbon fiber ones. So on the back trunk lid right here, you may notice you can see that beautiful 4.3 liter naturally aspirated V8. We have these beautiful carbon fiber inlays around the grills. That is a pretty rare option. You don't really see very much, and that was just about a $3,000 option. Look right behind that. You may notice we have the rear challenge grille right here, finished with the carbon fiber finish. And this is basically the same exact one you see off the 16M or the Scuderia variations of the Ferrari 430, and that was just about another almost $3,000. But this is where it gets very special, because of course you guys can see it, the 4.3 liter naturally aspirated V right here with about 490 horsepower. In this case, the gentleman who ordered this car, which I'm going to talk about in a little bit, really spec'd this car out tremendously, especially with the carbon fiber axles, because the entire engine bay, including the airbox and the intake, are also covered in carbon fiber. It is one of the only times I've ever seen that on a non-Scuderia or 16M variation of a 430, and this was over a $16,000 option. The 430, in my opinion, is really one of the prettiest naturally aspirated V8s that Ferrari has made in modern times. This car screams about 8,500 RPMs and is really one of the most iconic, I want to say, for the early 2000s of Ferrari's lineup. But there's a very cool detail. Before we get inside, I do want to show you right here on the gas cap, all of Michael Fuchs's, which is the gentleman who ordered this car, all of his cars, he does have a little silver cavallino in all the gas caps, and it's a very cool detail. But there's so much more inside, which I want to show you right now. So once inside, we have the beautiful Coyo leather interior, like I stated earlier. If you take a little bit closer look, you may notice we have the Rosso stitching scattered absolutely everywhere in this car. And if you look at the seat right here, it looks like there's absolutely no creasing at all, like no one's ever sat here. You would imagine that, considering this car is just over 260 miles covered since new. But we do actually have the Daytona style seats, which are these beautiful little stripes you see in the center of the seat. That was just about a $2,900 option. The cool thing about these seats as well is the fact they are the fully electrical seats for just about $2,500. And most of the time you see in these 430s that the cavallino on both of the headrests is pretty worn out and pretty flush with the headrest. But in this case, this car has really been in air conditioned climate its whole life, and it still has that original perforation to it. This car does have a lot of carbon fiber as well. You may notice right here on the dashboard and a little bit right here on the steering wheel, this car does have the driving zone, so it is these paddle shifters and some nice carbon fiber accents on the steering wheel. That alone was about a $4,800 option. The center console right here is entirely covered in carbon fiber as well. That was about $4,600. And not to mention, we have the entire Coyo dashboard with the Coyo steering right here. That was about an $809 option. But look up here, guys. So the cool thing about this car is that Michael Fuchs obviously did order this car. He actually built this car specifically for his wife, so it says Gloria Fuchs right there on a dedication plate for just over $400. And we have the Coyo leather interior, but there actually is one more very cool detail that is also Coyo, and that is the roof on this car, because obviously you can see we have a tan color roof, which is a very, very rare thing to see on one of these cars. Take a little bit closer look, and you may notice, like you saw inside with the Rosso stitching, we also have it on the roof. I don't think I've ever seen that before, and of course, it's a super cool thing to add to this car. And the history behind this particular example right here, obviously it was ordered by Michael Fuchs, but it was actually in his collection all the way up until early 2025, where it was then sold to a gentleman in which we acquired the car. Taking a look at the front bumper of this car, it is in absolutely immaculate condition. Not to mention the headlights, they do sometimes tend to fog up, but in this case, there's absolutely no sign of that. You look down the side of the car, it is absolutely perfect. And we have this right here, which is the factory 3M PPF. Normally, 90% of the time, you guys are going to see that's either been replaced or it's peeling. This looks like it's in absolutely perfect condition from the outside on that side. And not to mention, at the back of the car, where we lift up the engine bay one more time, you guys are going to see the exhaust muffler right here. A lot of the times, this thing completely rusts up and you have to replace it. But in this case, it looks absolutely perfect. And it really goes to show this car was very, very well kept. And as far as documentation that we have going with the car, I just want to show you guys basically everything that we have that it came with it. This is the original toolkit that came with the car, complete with everything every single piece that should have came with it. Definitely has not been touched, I don't think, since brand new, but we actually do have all of the original books as well as the original manual in leather right here, as well as the beautiful car cover from the factory, and of course the air compression kit, which doesn't even look like it's ever been used before. But we do have a copy of the original window sticker, which I'll throw up right now just so you guys can take a look and see what it looks like, but figured I'd show you guys what we got with it. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, or if you guys are interested in this beauty right here, it is available today at Fort Lauderdale Collection. So definitely send us a message if you guys are interested. It has just over 260 miles covered since new, and I will link our socials down in the description down below. But if you want to see more content like this, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next one.